Hey folks, welcome back to another video. Today it's about three plugins that are completely free and I use most of the times in all of my productions. And the first one is called dB Meter 5, already in version 5 here. It's nice and resizable, and it's a loudness analyzer, but it also has some auto gain functionalities. And I use this here most of the times on my master bus, as you can see, as the first plugin. And this basically changes the gain of the master channel and drives everything into a DSEQ3 here, which gets rid of some harsh frequencies. And then also in the newfangled audio elevate mastering limiter. And I don't use here the gain of the plugin itself. I basically just use TP Pro Audio dB Meter 5 as a gain tool. And I change the reference level to -8. That's what I usually target for this type of music genre. And then I analyze and use the matching feature here. So I just click on short-term loudness max, match, and then the gain is changed, as you can see here, reduced by -1.5 LUFS to match this reference level here. And then everything that's above 0 dB gets basically pushed down by the elevate limiter here. And yeah, that's how I hit my loudness targets basically. So it's an easy way of doing this. I can show you how this looks like here. Just play this. So you can see nothing changes here, but when I push reset, it basically tries to find the maximum loudness peak. So I usually let this play here for the whole track, or maybe for a sequence of pretty loud passages in my track. And then when I think it's good, then I hit this match button here. You can see the gain changes then. So it pushes the loudness a bit louder now. When the vocals come in, it's a bit too loud. You can see here we are already below 8 LUFS. So when the gain then is finally changed to a correct loudness level, as I said, it goes into the DSEQ3 here, get rid of some harsh frequencies from the hi-hats. This is how it sounds without. So it's a lot of stuff that gets removed here. I also like to use here normally this in normal mode instead of high. And this basically changes the latency pretty heavily. Okay, but I don't want to go more into detail into that here. Then we go into the newfangled audio limiter here. And there's also, of course, filter bank changing the frequencies here to make it more evenly balanced. Then there's also a transient shaper and a clipper at the end. So it's basically 3 plugins in one. And that's how I basically balance my loudness target, or how I target my loudness target. Okay, so that's the first one. The next one is on my drum bass here, and it's called Glitch. You probably already know this plugin. It's out for so long, and there's already version 2.0 out, which is of course paid. But I just use this here, and I know you can all of this you can do probably natively in Bitwig Studio, but I just enjoy sometimes to put here a VST plugin on and press this randomize button, because you can randomize the steps, which is the pattern sequencer here, and the FX itself here. So you have 9 FX chains different effects, and then you can sequence these effects here when they are played back. So I usually just hit here this both button, so you randomize the pattern sequencer and the effects itself. And then I use here Bitwig Studio to switch to the glitch plugin only at the end of the drum bar or at the drum pattern. And this is how it sounds. So it glitches out at the end of the pattern. And you can see I have here some automation in there. So I don't want to have this glitch alternation here only happening in this or in this region here. It's not throughout the whole track. It just alternates here between having the glitch on the drums and sometimes it's going away. So it's not all the time. So I'm used this here basically to get a bit more nice textures and glitchy percussions in between the drums with this plugin. So it's also completely free. Link is in the description, of course. The next one is not in the track anymore, but I bounced the drone from this. And I made this basically with this piano Tech 7 here, which is a nice piano plugin. And I just used here pulse stretch. That's how it's called. And there's also VST3 version. I think there's also VST2 version and clap. And I always use clap nowadays. And yeah, what I do is I use here the pass through. So you can hear the plugin output. If you disable this, you basically this plugin blocks all the incoming sound or audio streams. And then I just hit record here. And then let this play back here. Stretch it a bit. And you get this nice droney feel. You can also use the pitch shifter here and pitch this down. And this is how I generate my drones nowadays. It's pretty easy to do. And you don't need to resample anything, put it into a different sampler or anything. You just, you know, hit record, use the buffer, stretch the buffer here, make some adjustments, and you're ready. Also nice that you save basically the buffer here with the project. So I did some projects where I just resampled here something, hit save on the project, and when you recall your project, the buffer is still in there. So it's saved with the preset, which is really nice. So it's basically a sampler with some stretching. And I really like using this. So it's also completely free. Link is in the description below. And also this track in the background is just released on Bandcamp and Spotify and all the streaming services. So there's also a link in the description where you can listen to this for longer. Thanks for watching, and leave a like if you like the video, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye.